Welcome, cursed coeds and scabby scholars, to another episode of Mostly Disturbing Fables. Before we get the creeps, I must remind you, viewer discretion is advised. As you may be able to guess, our fables are indeed disturbing. Take heed and enjoy.
Come here. Don't be shy. Mostly disturbing.
Seance at a Discount General by Zebulon Patchen. What the fuck happened? I asked the cashier standing in front of the yellow police caution tape.
It's Misty. She was shot dead like 2 hours ago. I was so scared. Her wife walked through the door. I said good morning to her, and then boom, she started unloading.
She said, her large green eyes glistened with old tears. Jesus, Madeline, that is horrible. You're okay though, right? An exhausted policeman pushed past us and rushed into the store, holding a large digital camera.
Yeah, I'm fine, just shaken up. The cops said you could bring in your delivery, just stay away from the front counter. They don't want you to mess with the crime scene.
Madeline attempted a smile. Bright yellow banners that read Discount General were now splattered with blood. In the chaos, people had knocked over the various metal merchandise racks. Candy bars and magazines littered the ground, making the journey with my hand truck difficult. My left wheel collided with an open candy bar, grinding the chocolate into the rough concrete floor. Are they going to promote you to manager? Honestly, anyone would be better than Misty, I joked, attempting to add some levity to the macabre situation. Misty was truly a terrible manager.
I'm not sure I want the job. It seems cursed. First we lost Becca, and now Misty. I'd be signing myself up for doom.
Madeline joked back. Opening the first box of 5, we counted out each bag of chips, efficiently tossing each box into the aisle after inspection. If you did take over, at least check-in would go smoother. Half of the time with Misty, it took an hour or more just to check in a few measly boxes. My surly tone said it all.
Tell me about it. She ran this store like shit. She was almost always drunk and had such a bad attitude. In a way, I'm kinda glad she isn't gonna be around anymore,
she said with disdain. The moment the words hit her lips, a sharp smash could be heard from the chip aisle. Damn it! A dip committed suicide. On the ground lay the broken remains of a salsa jar. The red liquid dripped slowly off the broken shards of glass, in a morbid display adding to the crime scene.
Shit! Don't worry about it. I'll clean it up once the police release the store. I already told the DM it's gonna take all day to get the store cleaned up.
Hey, the store looks great, I said to Madeline. She waved, a smile pushing through her tired eyes.
Thanks. I haven't had my coffee yet. Give me a second, I'll check you in.
She made her way back behind the register and into the break room. Not having Misty around is fantastic. No drama, and the store's nice and quiet. Madeline returned from the break room with a coffee mug in hand.
There we go, much better.
She took a large sip from the mug. Are we counting today, or fuck it? I asked with a shit-eating grin on my face.
Like I said, I'm still working on getting caffeinated, so fuck it,
she said, raising her mug to salute our potato chip rebellion. The general vibe has improved with Misty being gone, I said, thinking out loud.
Yeah, she made my life living hell,
Madeline grumbled. Her work phone started beeping violently. The screen flashed, store walk, check freezers.
Shit, not this again. It's weird, the freezer warnings keep popping up, but when I check them, they're fine.
I followed her to the freezer in question. The large industrial metal front freezer made an unsettling groaning noise as it attempted its only duty to keep things frozen. Did I ever tell you about the ice cream incident? I asked Madeline as I poked at the freezer.
No, I don't think so.
She leaned into the open freezer door. Well, I came in one day and the store was closed at like 11:30. But of course, good old Misty was here. She opened the door so I could stock the shelves. Well, I hear her from the chip aisle, screaming and yelling. She was standing right about where you are, throwing full tubs of ice cream across the store. It was a disgusting mess. Liquid ice cream dripped all over the shelves. Apparently the freezer stopped working at some point in the night. She decided to take her anger out on me and started ripping open chip bags and demanding I give her credit. I almost fucking lost it on her. But I like my job. So I finished stocking the shelves and bailed. The red boxy digital thermometer finally lit up, reading 45 and hot. Misty must be back. Just when you thought Misty was gone, I joked.
Don't even play. If she comes back to haunt the store, I'm the fuck out of here.
She jokingly mimed dashing away.
Something weird happened last night. I gotta show you.
Madeline held up her phone. She hit play on what appeared to be a CCTV of the very store they were standing in. The timestamp read 3:01 a.m. It was from last night. At first, nothing happened. The camera was pointed behind the register at the door to the break room. On the yellow wall next to the door were a few framed documents, a few business licenses, liquor licenses, and a picture of Madeline smiling softly, underneath which read Employee of the Month on a small brass plaque. I thought for a moment the video was paused, as the empty store stood still, no movement to be detected. Suddenly the picture of Madeline shifted. Very slowly it tilted to the left, and then it started to shake.
Just wait. It gets crazier.
She said, both of our faces glued to the screen. The picture flung itself across the room, shattering on the concrete floor directly where we stood now. Well, this place is fucking haunted, I said, throwing my hands in the air. Maybe Misty really is still here.
Right? Why did it have to be my picture, though?
Madeline's face showed concern mixed with frustration. Misty must be angry about something. Maybe we should smudge the place just in case. I poked fun at the spirit.
Things have been, weird since you left for vacation.
Madeline leaned against my hand truck, bewildered by the odd occurrences. Like what? Misty being a pain in your ass from beyond the grave? I asked.
Fuck, it very well could be her. Her new manager, Jacob, he called me into the office to ask about some money that went missing from the till, and somehow ended up in the dumpster out back. Initially, he thought I stole it, but when we went back and viewed the cameras, you won't believe what happened. The money just fell off the counter and straight into the trash. Nobody touched it. It just fucking fell.
Her face was pale. Her voice shook. This might sound kinda crazy, but do you think Misty is actually haunting the place? She might be trying to sabotage you. She was a bitch in real life, so why not be a bitch in the afterlife? I said, half joking.
Ugh, I absolutely hate that. I have enough to deal with. I don't need a drunk poltergeist following me around.
Her arms fell dramatically to her sides. I have a Ouija board. We could try and ask her to knock it off. Think Jacob would let us come in Saturday night and hold a seance? The idea of a discount general seance was ridiculous. But if it helped put her mind at ease.
I'll ask him when he gets in.
The store was dark except for the dim light of Madeline's flashlight, sending beams of light flickering off the glass front automatic doors. The door opened, revealing the shadow-ridden interior and the 5'3" silhouette of Madeline. Her voluminous hair cast spider-like shadows on the aisle behind her. She held the flashlight up to her face like a child telling a spooky story at the foot of a campfire.
Are you ready to meet the devil?
She said, mustering her best creepy voice. The devil? So ambitious. Let's start with poltergeists and work our way to the big man downstairs. I let the joke linger for too long as the eerie atmosphere of the lonely dark store dragged me in. Fuck, it's creepy here at night, huh? She nodded, glancing at the quiet shadows dancing along the shelves of merchandise.
It's almost 3. I figured we could do it right where she died.
I nodded in agreement and threw the heavy black duffel bag off my shoulder. It landed with a thud on the hard concrete floor. We surrounded the thick cardboard Ouija, with a 3-foot salt circle and placed lit candles on the floor, check stands, and on the shelves near the break room. "Let's do this," I said, trying to act cool, burying the rising fear in my throat. "If Misty pops out of this board, I will shit bricks." We both sat on the floor and placed our hands on the cold plastic planchette. The candles flickered. The tension we both felt translated through the planchette in a light shaking sensation. "Hello, spirits. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to us?" My voice trembled slightly. We sat in the silence. The planchette refused to move. Nothing was happening. "Misty, are you here?" A strange sensation stole the momentum of my words. The planchette jerked from the center of the board directly to the yes. Madeline let out a small gasp and stared intently at the board. "Hello, Misty. Was it you who has been throwing stuff all around the store?" The planchette moved again. N-O-T-J-U-S-T-M-E.
Not just me. Holy shit, there are more?
Madeline's excitement had replaced her fears.
How many more are here?
She asked without hesitation. The planchette swirled for a few seconds before moving to the letters N-O-T-S-U-R-E. "Are they friendly like you?" The words jumped out of my mouth. The planchette snapped to no, then to yes, and back to no. It moved to the letterboard. WHOSAYASIAMFRIENDLY.
Who says I'm friendly? That's not horrifying at all.
Muted sounds of rain and thunder booming came from outside. The rain had picked up considerably. Flashes of thunder illuminated the front of the store, not helping the intense fear that was bleeding back in. "What's the reason you're still here?" The planchette moved. THEYWONTLETMEGO. Why? The planchette skipped along, sure of the answer. PAIN.
Do they want you to cause pain?
Madeline read my mind. The planchette moved to yes. "Fuck this. We're gonna leave," I shouted into the dark store. We both lifted our hands off the planchette. The planchette dashed to no, and began to shake violently, causing a scratching noise. Crawling backwards, our eyes locked onto the autonomous piece of plastic oscillating psychotically. It suddenly stopped and shot across the floor, breaking the sanctity of our salt ring. In an instant, a boom rang out from the back of the store. Heavy white noise filled the room from the gaping loading door. "Fuck this. Run." We both scampered to our feet, sprinting for the automatic doors. They refused to open on motion. Madeline frantically swatted at the switch, but nothing happened.
You can't leave without picking up your returns.
Misty's detached voice screamed from all around us.
Back door! Back door!
Madeline screamed at me, her eyes white with fear. We took flight past the freezers. Their glass front doors shattered and tubs of ice cream flew out, pelting us hard.
Ice cream, ice cream. Everyone likes ice cream.
Misty's voice had taken on a more vicious, snarling tone. The smears of ice cream on the floor made us slip and slide. We barely managed to make it to the back. The door was now in sight, but freedom was blocked by a shadow standing, staring at us. Its eyes glowing a deep ruby red. A low vibrating grumble like the growl of a lion stopped us in our tracks. Not sure what happened to them. I guess one of them went crazy murder-suicide style, Jacob said to the new delivery guy. Can't believe they replaced me so quickly. Madeline's hazy figure floated up to my side.
That's the new guy, huh? Maybe we should fuck with him.
The bag hanging off his hand truck fell to the ground with a dull thud.
Oh, very good indeed. A disturbing fable. Well, my friends, that does it for this episode. But do not fret, we will be back next week with another fable from deep within the archive. If you'd like to submit a fable, email me. Yes, that's right. Even ghouls have emails. Anyway, email me at zebulon@mostlydisturbingfables.com or just visit the website. Bye-bye.